What's up everyone? Welcome to Ashley Talks Movies and welcome to my review of Relay. This is a new thriller from David Mackenzie, the director behind Hell or High Water and Outlaw King. Relay stars Riz Ahmed as Ash, a mysterious fixer who brokers deals between whistleblowers and corrupt corporations. He works in the shadows, never revealing his name and never meeting his clients face to face, and instead relies on a public phone service for the deaf and hard of hearing to communicate directly with his clients and to remain anonymous. He soon takes on a new client, Sarah, a scientist who faces threats and harassment after she uncovers an incriminating report on the biotech company she worked for. Before I jump into the review, do me a favor, make sure you subscribe, that way you can keep up with everything I'm posting on the channel, including all of the movie reviews, entertainment news, and more.
I'm in possession of evidence of an unlawful cover-up.
There are a number of whistleblower support organizations.
No, I just want to give everything back.
There are official channels, but there are unofficial ones.
Who is he?
Relay is a slick thriller that feels like one of those paranoid thrillers that were common in the 1970s or even the early 1990s, where the story centered around corporate conspiracies and characters that uncovered secrets that put them in grave danger. One of the most delightful aspects of Relay is all the clever ways Ash helps his clients while evading exposure. The most intriguing is the way he chooses to communicate with his clients. He uses the Tri-State Relay System. This is a public service where operators facilitate phone calls for the deaf and the hard of hearing. He uses this service as a sort of middleman because it's basically untraceable since he doesn't have to use his voice and the call center doesn't track phone numbers or keep call logs. He also deploys a number of disguises and uses burner phones and codes to stay one step ahead of everyone else. So much of Ash's tactics play out like an elaborate game of cat and mouse, and some of the movie's biggest thrills come from the chase and the pursuit. Riz Ahmed is great as Ash, a character who's battling his own demons while trying to help others. He barely speaks in the first half of the movie, and he has very little face-to-face interactions with other people. This is a kind of character that could have easily come across as cold and distant, but Ahmed is able to give Ash personality. He's also able to bring out Ash's layers, especially once the movie starts to give us more insight into the character's backstory. Lily James does a really good job with what little she's given with the character of Sarah. She's mostly tasked with looking anxious and scared and being vulnerable, and she does a great job at all of those things, but she's also able to make Sarah very likable. So she adds some dimension to a character that would have easily come across as just one note. Also helping to round out the cast is Sam Worthington, who plays Dawson, a very intimidating guy who leads the security team that's dispatched to harass Sarah and prevent her from going public with what she knows. Now, Worthington is very convincing as a short-tempered guy who isn't used to not getting his way, and it was so much fun watching him get more and more irritated every time he had to deal with one of Ash's tricks. One of the most satisfying aspects about the movie is how well it's able to use its New York setting. We're not just shown the touristy parts of the city, we're taking down back alleys into cramped shops, down dark tunnels, which only add to the paranoia. New York City is also the perfect backdrop for a story centered around a character that in many ways is hiding in plain sight. This is a character who's able to use the hustle and bustle of the city to move around undetected, to disappear into a crowd if he needs to. Now, this movie has a pretty big twist, and I definitely think it will divide audiences. Some people will love it, some people will think it's just okay, and some people will probably think it's ridiculous. I'm definitely in the it's just okay category. Although I didn't hate the twist, I thought it cheapened so much of what came before it. As you're watching the movie, you begin to question characters, things that they are doing, and the things that are happening around them. But instead of taking the time to explore those aspects of the story more, the movie drops a twist that, to me, felt like a convenient way to explain away certain plot holes without diving deeper into them. Regardless, Relay is a good, old school type of thriller that feels like a throwback, but it also feels incredibly current. It has solid performances, plenty of suspense, and some really clever moments of deception. I think if you like contained thrillers that don't rely on over-the-top spectacle to deliver a really engaging story, then I think Relay is worth your time. So those are my thoughts on Relay. It's out in theaters this week. Do you plan on seeing it? Let me know in the comments. While you're here, like and subscribe, and of course stick around for more videos like this.